welcome back to my channel. I'm here again with Caroline, Joy and Veronica. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to press the subscribe button. And after talking a little bit, it came up the topic about if they are feeling treated differently. Just check the video to see their experiences.
One time I lost my wallet at the train station, and I went, there was a police officer and he even helped me to go around, and he helped me, like showed me the lost and found place, and I was still fairly new. And we found the wallet. And I've also had on the other side experiences which I wouldn't say bad experience because they were actually just doing their job, but I was in a situation where we were walking, a group of students, and then we got stopped and asked for our identification documents, and we were mixed. There were some German students and from Europe and different countries, and we were like two black ladies, and we were the only ones who were asked. So that kind of made us a bit, like, just why us, and also when you're traveling from Africa and you're in a plane full of different people, and then you as a black person, you're stopped and asked for your passport,
papers,
your papers. So sometimes it can make you feel a bit so, but at the same time we understand they're just trying to do their job, and but getting profiled sometimes can be a bit disheartening, especially when you're in Europe, and especially after 2015 when there was the whole immigration influx. There's a lot that changed the dynamics, and so that's one
it's
thing.
interesting that you mentioned about this, because it has happened to my husband, but with me it has never happened. I've been here for 1 year since I came for my studies, and I've never been asked for papers, but it has happened to my husband like twice.
Okay. So, and do you have any other situation where you felt like you're being treated differently because of your skin color?
Not personally. Okay, apart from the stares, I think people, they say Germans stare you, because I asked people, why do people stare at me? There's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with me. No, that's a German thing. They stare, but sometimes you get the look and it can make you really uncomfortable. I just hear from close people that maybe they're at the supermarket and at the counter, lady or gent is greeting everyone, but they won't be greeted, and then it makes them feel okay. But the weirdest thing that has happened is a kid that goes to the same kindergarten as my kid was asking the mother, is she a human being?
Wow.
Is she a human being? But then I was like, but we're living in Heidelberg, and Heidelberg is so diverse because of the university, and at the kindergarten they also have kids from everywhere. And then I was like, okay, this is, I couldn't feel, I felt angry, yes, but also it was a kid. I couldn't really feel angry at the kid because maybe they genuinely they are just kids, but then
just the situation.
Exactly, that's just the situation. Like, is she a human being? So I was thinking, all this time they met in kindergarten, was she thinking she's what? But the staff at the kindergarten, they are really pro including everyone, and they even had a stern warning for parents whose kids were behaving or brought about being racist, I don't know, or being not inclusive to other people. So the staff even at the kindergarten, which is run by the university, they are very keen about that, and they make everyone feel included.
Okay, that's really nice.
So there's the stares, and then scenarios like that, sometimes they make you feel okay. Looking different is a bit strange, but
And for me it was just when I was doing my surgery, and I had to share room in the hospital, and you could see how uncomfortable my roommate was, and of course at some point she just had to break it and ask so many personal, irrelevant questions, and I tried my best to be calm despite my pain, and tried to explain to her because you could see, and she went on to be, I mean, like maybe the staring, the boldness goes because she asked about my mom, she asked about my dad, she asked very many personal questions that you wouldn't expect a total stranger to ask you. And from her notion, she was just trying to see whether I'm a legal or illegal immigrant. And the only time she became a little bit comfortable, for the strangest reason, that she saw that I'm using the same phone as her. They're like, so you have a Samsung S8? No, again, no advertisement. Okay, me too. And that was the only time. But
Really?
what I remembered was the anesthesia made me very bipolar. Let me just put it, because at one point I was extremely happy. I laughed uncontrollably. Then later in the night at around 9-10 I started crying, and she was one of the people who helped me. So she called the nurse to come, and because she didn't know how to help me, so I understood. It was out of, I wouldn't call it ignorance, but because some of the questions she asked, she's like, I go to church and we pay for your people to have food, so do our donations actually work? Have you ever seen our money in Africa and everything? And I was like, there are very many organizations in Africa, so I wouldn't know if this one was directly paying for people's food and everything, but I tried to be as calm and I tried to explain as possible. So that was the closest I would call discrimination that I've come to. And it was very personal. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't even move 5 inches, so I had to stay there and all. But eventually, when push came to shove, she was there for me, and for that I'm grateful. Wherever you are, if you ever watch this video.
As I understand from your experiences, then when you feel uncomfortable in these kind of situations, the tip will be to be calm and just to show your documents if that is needed from the police, or to try to explain in a calmer way.
Exactly.
Because just trying to argue against will not bring anything.
And to remember that you're in a different culture, and naturally people are curious when they have someone they're not used to being in their in their community. So for me, I see it like they're just being curious and they're trying to get to know you better. And so I try to answer as many questions as I can. And of course, if it's something that I find uncomfortable, I also say, because Germans are also very candid. They're very, straightforward and honest. So I like this, and because of that, I have learned to be very, straightforward as well. And generally, it's been a very nice experience living here, and I've made very good relationships and good friends here. So it's all part of integrating into a different culture.
And when they know you're a student, they are really relaxed about you. I think. Once they know you're a student, you're studying, she's a student. So it's easier when you have your student's ID card. Things move faster. They know you're a student.
But if you would be working, it would also be easier.
My brother is working here now for 7 years, and he's more German than the Germans. That's the best way of explaining him. He's more German than the Germans.
It's easier to make a second home here. You get, after getting through all these hurdles, it becomes very easy to be comfortable, and you make it a second home. So when you go back and you visit, you start wondering, there's something odd, now you have to integrate into the other one. So again,
don't forget to give a thumbs up if you like this video, and to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Bye!
Bye!
This is a series about coming from Africa to Germany, so don't forget to check the other videos if you want to know more. Bye!